Wildheart was kind of birthed from this place where we wanted to be a lot more locally engaged and involved in the neighborhood. This passion for Allison Hill really came from a place of prayer, really. We were actually just kind of in the neighborhood trying to find out what's our place. In the middle of that is kind of how we started and began a lot of the things that we're doing today. The community is most engaged and involved in is our big cleanup projects and beautification projects that we do. So specifically during the summer, we do this thing called Love the Hill, cleaning up trash, specifically targeting abandoned properties, illegal dump sites. We're going in and we're doing landscaping, planting flowers, trimming trees. It's like a very comprehensive landscaping project is probably the best way to put it, cleaning things up. And so in the middle of that is probably where we engage our neighbors the most, and they love it. The mansion was built in the early 1900s by an attorney. His last name was Stom. And Stom, along with a lot of other guys, were the ones that were responsible for stewarding the City Beautiful movement, which they actually introduced the City Beautiful movement to the United States from Europe. And they kind of built on the borders of the neighborhood with this vision to make Harrisburg the most beautiful city in the United States. So the irony of that whole thing is that here we are, over 100 years later, and you walk into Allison Hill, and that's probably the last thing that anybody's going to say is, wow, how beautiful it is. When something's beautiful, you feel very proud of it, and you feel a lot more ownership for it, and morale is higher, your emotional health is higher. We're seeing people's just joy increase, hope increase, feeling more empowered to really own their lives and move forward, and just excitement, which is desperately needed in this neighborhood for sure. So. We had vision to do the roastery when we first moved to Harrisburg almost 5 years ago. And a friend of ours actually started it. So Pure Bean's not necessarily a new thing, and in a way we're kind of resurrecting it. It's a way obviously to support the things that we're doing, but for us it's just as important to say that we can pull off an entrepreneurial activity in this neighborhood and it can work. And that it also, that entrepreneurial activity, that business, the roastery, can help tell the story of transformation that's taking place in the neighborhood. Allison Hill is totally on a trajectory for change. Even since we lived here, I think that a lot of that can be sped up and multiplied, especially linking with other nonprofits where resources are super limited. You can volunteer on our website. If you go to lovethehillpa.com, you can click on volunteer, and there's a whole list of all these different areas that you can plug in and specifically jump in with what we're doing here in Allison Hill. Whether it's with us or with somebody else, actually get into Allison Hill and learn the story for yourself, because it's very, very different than what most people have grown up to believe or have even heard on the news. The Hill just needs help. The Hill needs people who care, and we can be that because we do care.